Hey, Internet. This is Nate. You can also call me Nathan. Please never call me Nathan. Please never try to speak English. Before we jump into the runs for today, I thought it'd be really interesting to dive into a recent update from the developer of Vampire Survivors. So he just put out information regarding what is planned all the way up until um, the release of Vampire Survivors, the 1.0 release. And I found it super interesting to read. So before we jump into the actual run, I want to dive into that update and also give my thoughts around what I think about the future development, about those plans, and the roadmap in general. So let me just quickly drop that on the screen here. Hopefully you can read that okay. Oh, let me try that again. So first thing, he put up some stats around where the TLDR, where he is in terms of developing the game itself. So first, we have 15. Hello, Kixia. Welcome. We have 15 of the 24 planned characters. So 9 more characters to be released before we reach version 1.0. We have half of the stages. So we have 2 official stages. I have water bottle for hydration. Thank you. And we have 2 more challenge stages and another bonus stage. So 5 more stages still in the works. We have 16 remaining weapons. And that might be 8 weapons with 8 evolutions. That could be 6 weapons with 10 evolutions, because we do have some weapons that don't have evolutions yet. Could be a lot of different things. But basically we have 16 more weapons still waiting in the docks. Now this info doesn't include the guns. So there's already 3 that we know of. So you could say we have an extra 13. I guess it's true here too. There's also 1 extra character here that's missing. So actually 8 more characters and 13 more weapons, to be pedantic. 2 more power-ups. And what's really interesting is here. Here is where it's interesting. 2 new gameplay mechanics and 2 new gameplay options, including Arcanas. So what the heck is an Arcana? Well, we'll cover that in a minute. So, bunch of nonsense. But the thing I wanted to highlight is, in addition to all of these stats around where we're at with the upgrade, 70%, yeah, it's about 70% content complete, but Arcanas will arrive. Now, people knew about this, by the way. This was in the assets. If you dug into the assets in the game files, you would find the Arcanas. So they're not like, it's not a huge surprise that this was a thing. But what they are should be revealed relatively soon. In April is what he stated. And will unlock, quote, a whole new level of viable builds and power creep. Yeah, this was posted in the Steam profile for the game by the developer. Yeah. So who knows what this brings, but it sounds epic and it sounds interesting. I'm super hyped about Arcanas and what that might mean for the future of the game. He also talks a lot about, I guess one other note, he talks about the story mode. So story mode currently is not planned, but rather they're going to do a new gameplay mode that's more along the lines of an endless mode. So just be aware that he had initially said there was going to be like a big story mode. All Rich C, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. Mentioned there was going to be a story mode, but now it looks like it's going to be more of like an endless mode. So just be aware that pivot. But this is also the exciting news. He's launching the new engine this summer. So in parallel, they're developing the new content for the game and the new engine. And the new engine, he said, tracks currently 10 times performance because it uses all of your CPU cores and is a little bit more of a modern engine rather than this kind of like older engine that he's running on today. Which also means that there will be a mobile version of the game. Yeah, so there will be a new engine coming this summer, and that new engine will also enable the mobile version and the Steam Deck version and other versions that currently are not that playable. You know what? If you want him to swap to Unity, you can send him a message yourself. Yeah. So there you go. Just some interesting updates. I thought that would be fascinating for some of you before we jump into the actual runs to just get an idea where is the game going, what's being developed, and so on. So there we go. Switching back now about the Arcanas. Yeah, I am hyped about the Arcanas. That looks super cool. I have no idea what it means. My guess is that it's like what are they like similar to like Monster Train, different things. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning is that you can find the Arcanas in the game files. But yeah, so pretty hyped, pretty excited.